King Harris is in a situation that nobody saw coming. The young man, only 20 years old, is facing the reality of jail life after arguing with the wrong people behind bars. For months, King acted untouchable online, posting videos, flashing wealth, and acting like he was above the rules. But now, there's no Wi-Fi, no cameras, and no audience to cheer him on. Inside a cold county jail cell, the bravado fades fast. Insiders say that the very people he mocked or tried to impress outside were now sizing him up, testing him, and in some cases, looking to make him pay for past actions. This is when King reportedly called his father, T.I., for help, a move that shocked many fans who had watched him act defiant in public for so long. His voice, which once carried confidence and swagger, was replaced with fear and desperation. The young man who seemed larger than life had finally realized that behind steel bars, fame doesn't protect you. It all started with a traffic stop back in October 2024. King Harris, driving in a black BMW, almost sideswiped a police cruiser. The smell of weed, the discovery of weapons, and the revelation of outstanding warrants put him in handcuffs almost instantly. He was cuffed, processed, and splashed across headlines, reminding the world that even the son of hip-hop royalty isn't untouchable. At first, the charges seemed light, and King walked free shortly after. But the incident exposed him to the reality that street reputation and online bravado don't carry over into jail. Behind those metal doors, he wasn't T.I.'s son, he was just another inmate, and some of the people inside had other plans for him. Insiders say the tension escalated when inmates realized who King really was. Being T.I.'s son turned him into a walking symbol of fame, money, and perceived privilege. Some inmates wanted to prove themselves by taking him down, while others saw it as a way to earn stripes or respect in the system. King's mistakes, cracking jokes, showing arrogance, and speaking out of turn allegedly made him a target. The situation became so serious that sources say King rushed to the jail phones, pleading for his father to intervene. This wasn't just a call for legal help, this was a call for survival. T.I., who has lived through his own struggles and knows the realities of the streets and the system, reportedly mobilized every connection and influence to make sure his son stayed safe. It was a reminder that even though King grew up surrounded by fame and money, survival inside these walls requires strategy, not swagger. Fans who have followed King Harris know that he has always had a strong personality, often acting tough in public appearances and on social media. He clashed with people, posted videos showing off his confidence, and rarely held back. But jail changes everything. A young man who has never faced true consequences sees firsthand that not everyone respects online fame or the name of a celebrity parent. The moment King reportedly broke down on the phone begging for T.I. to intervene shows just how serious the situation became. The fear, the panic, and the sudden realization that the streets inside were unforgiving painted a stark contrast to the public persona he had been maintaining. This isn't just a story about King Harris. It's about legacy, lessons, and the cycle of street life. T.I., who has spent years building his career and family while escaping certain struggles, has been warning his son for years about the dangers of chasing the same life he once had to navigate. Becoming a father in late 2024 should have grounded King, giving him perspective on responsibility and legacy. Instead, he found himself in a situation where every decision carried real consequences. The lesson was harsh. No amount of fame, money, or social media clout can protect you from the realities of jail life. Inside the jail, whispers about King's situation reportedly spread fast. Inmates who once saw him as just another loudmouth now saw him as T.I.'s son, someone whose name carried weight and value. The stakes escalated, and King's panic reportedly grew. Insiders describe him running to the phones, muttering pleas, and calling out for help. It's a side of King Harris that fans rarely see, a young man realizing that his life, reputation, and future could be at risk. The bravado fades when survival becomes the priority, and this is when the lessons of loyalty, respect, and caution hit hardest. While this story is serious, it's also a cautionary tale for anyone watching. King Harris isn't the first celebrity child to find themselves in a dangerous position, and he likely won't be the last. Fame and privilege can give access, but they cannot shield you from consequences when you step into situations unprepared. Social media and online bravado do not translate to respect in real life, and the jail experience is proving just that. For King, it's not about entertainment anymore. It's about safety, legacy, and learning the hard lessons that his father has been teaching him for years. The stakes extend beyond King himself. His son King Jr. represents a new generation, a chance to break cycles, and the weight of responsibility that comes with being part of a famous family. T.I., understanding this fully, is reportedly acting to protect both his son and the family name. Every phone call, every private intervention, every connection pulled is about ensuring that King Harris doesn't become another cautionary headline. The lesson here is powerful. Street life, jail life, and real consequences are very different from Instagram posts, viral videos, and social media fights. This is the reality King is learning firsthand. Fans have been reacting to this story in real time. Social media exploded with theories, opinions, and reactions. Many people express sympathy for King, understanding that young men often make mistakes and grow from them. Others criticized him for arrogance and reckless behavior, noting that privilege can sometimes blind individuals to real-world consequences. The conversation highlights an ongoing debate about responsibility, fame, and the cost of growing up in the public eye. This isn't just a celebrity story, it's a lesson for everyone watching about accountability and survival. King Harris's situation is a reminder that legacy and reputation carry weight, but they don't provide immunity when you step into situations unprepared. Social media and online bravado do not translate to respect in real life, and the jail experience is proving just that. For King, it's not about entertainment anymore. It's about safety, legacy, and learning the hard lessons that his father has been teaching him for years. The stakes extend beyond King himself. His son King Jr. represents a new generation, a chance to break cycles, and the weight of responsibility that comes with being part of a famous family. T.I., understanding this fully, is reportedly acting to protect both his son and the family name. Every phone call, every private intervention, every connection pulled is about ensuring that King Harris doesn't become another cautionary headline. The lesson here is powerful. Street life, jail life, and real consequences are very different from Instagram posts, viral videos, and social media fights. This is the reality King is learning firsthand. Fans have been reacting to this story in real time. Social media exploded with theories, opinions, and reactions. Many people express sympathy for King, understanding that young men often make mistakes and grow from them. Others criticized him for arrogance and reckless behavior, noting that privilege can sometimes blind individuals to real-world consequences. The conversation highlights an ongoing debate about responsibility, fame, and the cost of growing up in the public eye. This isn't just a celebrity story, it's a lesson for everyone watching about accountability and survival. King Harris's situation is a reminder that legacy and reputation carry weight, but they don't provide immunity. Decisions he made, from online antics to confrontations in jail, illustrate how quickly circumstances can escalate when respect and safety are at stake. T.I.'s intervention, while keeping King alive and safe, also underscores the power of family, loyalty, and knowing when to act. It's a dramatic story full of lessons about street life, fame, and the fine line between confidence and recklessness. Fans are watching closely, eager to see how King navigates this challenge and what steps he will take next to secure his future. This story continues to unfold, and viewers are encouraged to watch every detail, because the stakes are high, the lessons are real, and the consequences are immediate. King Harris's situation shows that fame alone doesn't protect you, and that sometimes even hip-hop royalty must confront the harsh realities that come with their name. From tense moments behind bars to desperate calls for help, King's story is a gripping example of life, growth, and the price of mistakes. Fans are now left to wonder, will King rise from this situation stronger, wiser, and ready to embrace responsibility? Or will he continue down the path of recklessness that led him here? The answer isn't clear yet, but every moment matters, and every lesson could change the course of his life forever. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and there are more twists, struggles, and lessons that viewers won't want to miss.
What makes this story even more intense is that King Harris isn't facing jail life alone. Every move he makes is being watched by people inside and outside. Word spreads fast in jail, and the whispers about him being T.I.'s son added a layer of danger. King's usual confidence, the same energy that made him post videos online and act fearless, suddenly vanished. He had to navigate a world where respect is earned through action, not social media likes. The lessons he's learning now are harsh, but they're shaping him in ways he couldn't experience outside. It's a side of King that fans rarely see, a young man realizing that survival isn't about flexing, it's about strategy, patience, and sometimes asking for help when needed. Insiders say King made a few critical mistakes inside the jail. Reports suggest he joked around with older inmates, acted as if he was untouchable, and may have underestimated the culture behind bars. That's when things reportedly got ugly. Some inmates weren't looking for a fight, they were looking for respect, and King had unknowingly challenged them. In that moment, he realized that fame and money mean nothing in this environment. The energy shifted the second word got out that he was T.I.'s son. Suddenly, the people around him saw an opportunity to gain street credibility by confronting someone connected to hip-hop royalty. This is when panic set in, and King reportedly ran to the jail phones to call his father for help. T.I.'s response, according to sources, was swift but calculated. He didn't go public with Instagram videos or flashy statements. Instead, he pulled strings behind the scenes, making phone calls, contacting old friends, and ensuring his son's safety without creating more drama. This is a lesson in family loyalty, strategy, and the weight of responsibility that comes with a legacy. King Harris, who once acted untouchable, suddenly understood that his father's advice over the years wasn't just words, it was survival knowledge. Watching a young man like King face this moment is both frightening and eye-opening for fans who followed his online antics. The story also makes you think about how fame can become a double-edged sword. King Harris grew up around wealth, recognition, and privilege. Yet the same things that make life easier outside, like his family name and social influence, can put him in danger inside a jail cell. Being T.I.'s son comes with benefits, but it also attracts attention from people who want to make a name for themselves by challenging him. King's journey now is a lesson in humility, caution, and understanding that some battles aren't meant to be won with bravado or confidence. They're meant to be navigated carefully, often with guidance and support from those who've been there before. Fans are also paying attention to how this might affect King's relationships with the people around him. Cast members like Melody Cherie, Martell Holt, and Ariane Curry have all built lives in the spotlight, learning to handle public attention, drama, and personal struggles. Watching King go through this real-life struggle gives context to the kind of guidance and mentorship that can make a difference in high-pressure situations. It shows that no matter how confident someone seems on social media or in public, the real test comes when consequences are immediate and life-altering. Even though King's story is frightening, there's also a lesson in resilience. Reports suggest that after making the call to T.I., King began to reflect on his actions, his mistakes, and the path he wants to take moving forward. This is an opportunity for growth, a chance to prove that he can handle responsibility, fatherhood, and the pressures that come with being part of a famous family. It's not just about surviving jail, it's about learning from this experience and ensuring it doesn't define him or his legacy. Fans are watching closely, wondering if this will be the moment King transforms from a reckless young man into someone who understands the weight of his choices. Meanwhile, the ripple effect of King's situation is undeniable. News of his struggles has fans discussing the role of mentorship, family influence, and the importance of guidance in the lives of young celebrities. People are comparing his journey to that of other cast members like Kimmy Scott, Stormy Steele, and Tisha Scott, who have all navigated public scrutiny while maintaining their composure. Watching King Harris go through this real-life struggle gives context to the kind of guidance and mentorship that can make a difference in high-pressure situations. It shows that no matter how confident someone seems on social media or in public, the real test comes when consequences are immediate and life-altering. Even in the midst of danger and panic, King Harris reportedly began thinking about the future. Being a father to King Jr., reflecting on his mistakes, and considering the consequences of his actions may be the wake-up call he needed. T.I.'s intervention ensured his immediate safety, but the real test is how King moves forward from this moment. Will he use this experience to grow, learn, and become someone who respects both his legacy and his responsibilities? The eyes of fans and the public are on him, waiting to see how he turns this story into an opportunity for change.